Last year, Avon Fire Rescue Service visited 5,500 premises to an alarm call, of which all of these were false alarms. This has a massive impact on the fire and rescue service, and when those appliances are responding to alarms, they're not available for other incidents that occur. That stretches our resources for what is unnecessary movements and puts pressures on the service. Also, those alarm calls disrupt massively our risk reduction activities, home fire safety visits or a community engagement event with vulnerable people when we have to get called away to a false alarm. We as a service have to train constantly to ensure that we make sure our firefighters are safe and they are up to date with all their procedures, policies and equipment. During any training event, we also are interrupted by false alarms, which again has a massive knock-on effect to us and the competency of our staff. One of the other things as well about responding to any incident is the road risk that we put on the roads by doing that. So a call to alarms where 3 or 4 fire appliances are proceeding through the city centre, that puts a massive occupational road risk on other road users, members of the public, cyclists and pedestrians. So by following and proceeding to those alarms, that increases the risks to those people, and again, which turns out to be an unnecessary alarm. Avon Fire Rescue Service work with business owners and managers through technical fire safety officers and our operational crews, helping businesses and those companies manage their unwanted fire signals. It's a requirement to test your fire alarm by law. However, if you are going to test your alarm, there's simple advice like, if it's a monitored alarm that goes through to a receiving centre, make sure you call them before you test your alarm, so that an unnecessary alarm doesn't go through to the Fire and Rescue Service. Also, make sure that your staff are aware that you're testing their alarm, so if the alarm goes off, they then don't raise the other alarm by calling the Fire and Rescue Service. Obviously, the important thing there is to make sure that if you do take your alarm offline, that you do then put it back online. If you're having contractors or building work carried out at your premises, again, we would encourage you to get in contact with us and we can provide advice. And there's certainly advice on our website around how to manage those alarms. If you have builders, make sure that they are aware of where the fire alarm detectors are, what to do in the event of an alarm, but also if they are going to be doing cutting which creates dust, make sure that they either cover those detectors up for the duration of their doing the works, or again, you contact the remote monitoring company to let them know that you're doing works and they disable that system. Again, important that you put it back online afterwards. The impact of unwanted fire signals or false alarms on businesses is also very, very large. The disruption and the downturn in either staff work or productivity can be very big following an alarm going off. There's the disruption caused by people having to leave the premises, the investigation time. There's also the shutdown of the premises. If the alarm goes off, often part of any manufacturing process or systems get shut down. When you return to the building, those systems have to be reset, and they take time to warm up and start up again. So the impact on a business through productivity and lost hours through work is quite large. So it's very important that building owners and managers understand that they have a responsibility not just to the public, to the Fire and Rescue Service, but also to their employees and employers, that they manage their unwanted fire signals. The impact of false alarms on the community can also be quite challenging. If as a Fire and Rescue Service we are responding to a large number of false alarms, that reduces our capacity to be able to deal with emergencies that come in, whether that be road traffic collisions, other house fires, other building fires. Whilst we're attending that false alarm and investigating the cause of that alarm and giving advice, we could be needed elsewhere. We will be providing advice on our website, which is www.avonfire.gov.uk. And where there you will find advice and supporting leaflets and posters that can assist you and your colleagues in managing and raising the awareness of the importance of managing those false alarms.